What's going on, Internet? Marvel Luke here, and welcome back to the Hybrid Network. In today's MCU topic video, we'll be tackling the question of who just might end up being a Skrull in the next two Avengers films. The internet has been buzzing with theories and discussions ever since the Skrulls were announced to make their debut in 2019's Captain Marvel. The film was slated to be released in between the next two Avengers films, so there has been some popular theories on just how they'll first show up. One popular theory suggests that Avengers 4 will be titled Secret Invasion. This would give more credence to the fact that Marvel Studios does not like to tell us what the subtitle of the film will be, because according to them, it would spoil the film. So I'm thinking now would be a good time to speculate on who just might end up being a Skrull in either of the two movies. And at this point, it's hard to tell. I wouldn't like to think that someone like Tony Stark, for example, would end up being a Skrull. One reason being, that would be just a little too simple, plus the fact that the character is one who essentially started the MCU. If anything, I think Tony will have a little bit more of a grim outing. Another popular character, but still unlikely, would be Captain America, thanks to a YouTube commenter who described the scene in Civil War where Zemo was looking into Cap's eyes and says, "There's a bit of green in your eyes. It's so nice to see a flaw." Personally, I don't think that this piece of dialogue was meant to be seen as a clue to something bigger, but then again, Marvel does love to plant those tiny little seeds in their films and then watch them grow. And now let's talk about the conductor of the Avengers, the man who started it all, Nick Fury. Nick, in my eyes, would be a perfect candidate, seeing as how he will be in Captain Marvel. There are many ways that they could spin an arc like that, with references to him losing an eye and vague mentions of other alien invaders. It wouldn't be a shock to find out that he was a Skrull the whole time. But I think that if anyone's going to be a sleeper Skrull agent, it would more than likely be one of the other Avengers, someone like Hawkeye or Black Widow. If you can recall back to that reference in the first Avengers film, where the two mentioned how fighting the Chitauri kind of felt familiar, or it felt like Budapest all over again, so were the two involved in the Kree-Skrull War to some extent? Were they a part of the events of Captain Marvel? This could give some credence to that idea. You see, Skrulls are typically placed on planets as sleeper agents. There would be no way of telling who even was one. They wouldn't even know until that they were activated. Skrulls just don't take your form, but they also receive your memories and your personality. So with all that being said, what do you guys think? Will there be some massive reveal at the end of Captain Marvel? A post-credit scene perhaps? Until we get closer to Infinity War, there is no real way of telling. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for me on this video. Let me know down in the comment section what your thoughts are on all of this, and don't forget to slam that like button if you like what you saw. Make sure to subscribe to the Hybrid Network so that way you can stay updated every single day. My name is Luke, and I'll see you next time.